Good afternoon. Happy Monday, May 15th. We're halfway done with May. Whoa, that went fast. I hope you all had a great Mother's Day weekend. If you are in the United States, I had a wonderful time with children and grandchildren. Wild, crazy, and chaotic as normal. If you're here, say hello. Tell us where you're. I'd love to chat with you while I'm. Hi, Kathy. Tell us where you're from, what you're doing today. It's kind of a rainy, dreary day here in Kansas City. A perfect day to sit inside and make cards. Oh, did you see the picture? Kathy says my mom looked good. Yeah, she's doing really well. In October, it'll be 2 years since her big surgery. So I think she's just finally getting back to her old self. So, yeah, we had a great day. My daughter, who I don't know, some of you may not know, my daughter is a pastor and she was invited to speak for Mother's Day at a church up here in Kansas City. So she came and brought my two little grandchildren, and so we went to that church for to hear her, and took my mom. And then we just went to spin pizza because we knew we could get in and out and it wouldn't be a nightmare. My husband on Saturday had everyone over. It was a really hot day, so we got out the slip and slide. I bought like a gigantic version of the slip and slide. So the grandkids played in the water, and then Bruce and my son Jonathan grilled us steaks. So we were treated on Saturday. Hey, crafting with Kim. She's watching a few training organizing videos. I love organizing videos. I like to learn new ways to organize things. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. Oh, I better do this, or you're going to get a view of my messy desk. I think if I do that, are we straight? Kind of gets crooked. There we go. Okay, if you are local to Kansas City, Thursday is my live in-person card class, and today is the last day to sign up for that. All the information is over on the plaidpoodle.com under classes. If you go to events, I think, click on that and then click on classes. All the information about this month's class is, I'm calling them card parties because we have such a great time. We have little treats and party favors and all that. So these are the cards we're going to make. I've kind of slimmed down my card parties. We used to make 5 cards and it was just too much, and I've been doing 3 the last couple of months, and I've got some positive comments about that. The price is less expensive to make for the attendees, and you're not here all night, and it's just more fun. So I might try the 3 cards for a while, and then we'll see how we go. I always try and change things up. We're using the Zany Zoo bundle for 1 card, birthday card, and then we're using the country, forget what this one's called, country something, the paper and the 2-tone flora stamp bundle for this card, and it is also a birthday card, but I will have all kinds of sentiments that you can use for if you don't need a birthday card. You can substitute different sentiments. And then this one is the Cheerful Daisies, which I love this paper, and so I wanted to highlight the paper a little bit, so that's why I did that card that way. So those are the 3 cards we're making Thursday. Today is the last day because tomorrow I will be cutting like a mad woman. I get my big cutter out and I cut all the card kits. So if you're interested, please let me know. Kim thinks it's the Country Inn. I can look it up really fast. I know it starts with country something. Country Bouquet, Countryside Corners. 63, I think, is the page. Yes, here we go. Countryside Inn. You are correct. Crafting with Kim. See how cute that is? We use the dyes, and then I use the two-tone flora flowers. It reminds me of that blue dinnerware. This is the new catalog, so all the products, most of the products we're using Thursday are from the new catalog. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to get a catalog out to you. So just message me, and I'll get your mailing address. Okay, the card we're making today, I call it a Polaroid-style card because we're going to do a little frame. I'm using this real pretty paper, and I didn't want to cover that up. So I made what I call like it looks like a Polaroid, right? So you're looking at the paper through, and then I added the daisies and this little, whatever this is. Okay, you like Crafting with Kim, you like the Countryside Inn or the Cheerful Daisies? I think the Countryside Inn's beautiful. The paper is beautiful. I just ordered some more because I don't want to run out. Okay, to make this card, I am using a half a sheet of 8.5 by 11-inch paper, cardstock. This is fresh freesia, and I just cut it in half at 4 1/4, and then I made a score line at 5 1/2, so it's cut in half, and there's your card base. That is an A2 card base, and then I'm using this paper that I used last week, and I always forget what it's called. It is called, I love this paper, and I love that Stampin' Up! Did this. It is called Delightfully Eclectic, and there are beautiful prints in here, and what I love about it, there's some lemons. They're just really cute. There's 48 12 by 12 inch sheets, and it's only $30. I think that's a deal. So I will list the products I've used in today's card in the description when I get done here. I just kind of got behind. Okay, so I'm going to take this 4-inch by 5 1/4 inch piece of the Delightfully Eclectic, and I chose the Fresh Freesia Daisy print, or floral prints. I don't know if those are daisies or not. When I saw it, it just reminded me of the stamp set. And then to make our Polaroid frame, I am taking a piece of, I want to make sure I'm using the right, the bigger square, yeah, because we're going to stamp on the other one. This piece of basic white is 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then I'm taking a square, the largest square from our Stylish Shapes dies. And you could measure, but I'm just going to eyeball it. So you leave a bigger margin down there than you do at the top. I think when I did the math, this is about 1/4 of an inch, or 3/8 of an inch on each side. It's a little bit more than 1/4. Ugh. My fingers must be sticky. Okay, and I'm going to grab some washi tape. I'm going to eyeball this. We're going to cut that center out, and that makes your frame. And then you can use the little square in another project. So all of these dies I'm using today will work in the Stampin' Cut, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So I didn't do hardly any of the die cutting ahead of time. I think I cut that little thing out, whatever they're calling that. The only thing I like, the mini is getting it started. When usually I have to stand up and put some pressure on it. There we go. Okay, so you're ended up with this little stitch square. It's got little stitches. You can save that for another project or use it to stamp your daisy on and cut that out. Now, this style of card, you could use, I'm going to put that over there so I don't lose it. Anything you have, you know, just perch some fun things around the frame. I'm using the Cheerful Daisies because I thought it looked really cute with this paper. And then I'm going to grab the edges of my Stampin' Dimensional sheet, and I'm just going to grab these, and because I want this to pop up a little bit. I could use our adhesive strips or whatever they're called, but I like to use these. Hi, Laura. Oh, crafting, no, the mini, yeah, it just requires it's not as heavy, so it if I stand up and put some more pressure on that handle, I do okay, but I'm sitting. I used to do all my videos standing up. I'm kind of a standing up stamper. Let me know in the comments. Do you sit when you're stamping? I mean, I sit, but I also stand to get over my project a lot. Let me know if I'm not the only one. I'm just cutting some little edges off of my dimensional sheet. I want them to be hid behind there because I want that frame to kind of pop up. Kathy sits when my back starts hurting me. I know it's time to sit. Now I'm going to put this a little up top of center. And I've got these little teeth showing through. I don't like that. So I'm going to scooch this up a little. There we go. Okay, so this is our little Polaroid frame. This would also make a really cute shaker card. You could put a window sheet under there. And then most definitely use our those adhesive strips that we have to keep your shaker stuff from falling out. And it'd be a really cute shaker card. I considered doing that, but I didn't. Okay, now we have to find out. Here we go. So I've got a little strip. This is 3/8 inches. That's going to have our sentiment on there. And then here's just a scrap. We're going to stamp our flowers. And then I went ahead and cut this little, I don't know what it is. It's just a little piece of something. And I just cut it out of black because I'm going with the color from the paper. I was going to show you the stamp set. Here we go. Cheerful Daisies stamp set. And then it has a coordinating dies. I should show, I have a lot of cards using that set. I should pull those out so you can see some other samples. Let me go do that really quick. It's just right here, back here on my board. I have a board on my wall. Okay. Crafting with Kim mostly sits to craft, but sometimes I have to stamp standing up. Yep, that's me too. Okay, here's one. I think I made this in one of my lives that I cased from a fellow Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. It's very elegant. Here's one I received from a team member, and is her name on here? Lynn Barat. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Barut. She used that ribbon technique. That's not easy to do, folks. And then she used the dies. And then here's one. I think I did this fold on one of my lives as well, using the paper and the stamps and dies. So it's a really fun little set. All right, let's get to stamping. So I've got this scrap of Whisper White, or Basic White, they call it now. I don't know if I'll ever learn that. Okay, and I'm also using Fresh Freesia. That is in the paper and the cardstock. And I'm going to use this large daisy image. Isn't that pretty? And also the smaller, this is not the one. There's so many. There's a more of a solid and then more of an outline one. Okay. And then I went ahead, since the paper had the black centers in it, I went ahead and I'm going to do the centers in the black to kind of coordinate with the paper. What is those one flowers that are yellow? And I don't know how this goes. I think you can do it any which way. I'm trying to see if it fits better. I think it fits better. It's kind of sideways. That looks all right. They're not called Lazy Susans. They're called Black-Eyed Susans. They kind of look like that with the dark centers. Okay, we're going to cut those out with the dies. And I'm going to use the big one and the little one. This is what takes me the longest, is figuring out how the die fits. And I'm going to tape it down a little bit so it doesn't scooch on me in the die cutting machine. I just kind of do this, and half the time I can't figure it out. There we go. I do that until it fits. Okay, and then if we wanted to do a little leaf, but we're not going to do that because I just used this little black, and this is also a die from that bundle. Let's see if I can get this started. There we go. I did it a little easier. Let me show you what I did, because this is a tip. See how one of my plates has gone in first? I kind of staggered the plates and it did go in easier, and I have heard that if you have trouble, that's a good tip to use. And it did go in much easier. All right, and then the last thing we're going to stamp is the little sentiment, and I just used the You Made My Day. There's also a oops a daisy, so sorry. That's so cute. Wishing you the brightest birthday, and your friendship means everything. So there's kind of a plethora of sentiments in the set. I had something else I was going to show you, but I don't see it nearby, so it'll have to be next time. And I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to try and get this on here straight without, this is something I would stand up to do, which I think it's okay. It's not perfect, but sometimes okay is good enough. All right, and then I'm just gonna I'm gonna put this here first. I just trimmed the edge kind of at an angle like that, kind of funky. And then I also added some dimension with a strip of, that just wanted to fall, a strip of Stampin' Dimensionals. I did want to mention that I am not going to be, I'm going to be out of pocket next week. I am going down to care for a couple of my grandchildren in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And well, their parents are away. And so I won't be going live next week. I'll be here, I'm not sure I'm going to be here Wednesday. My week, I don't even know when I'm going to pack for that trip. It's crazy, and I think everybody's May has kind of been crazy. I'm going to push this down right there. There we go. See how I made that kind of fit? You might want to put your flower on first and then your sentiment tag. That fits pretty good right there. I think my daughter and son-in-law are celebrating, I think it's their 15th wedding anniversary. So yay for them. And they are going on a cruise. And my husband is staying behind to care for the little pups. We just hope he does a good job. My one of my dogs doesn't travel well. I would consider taking them with me, but one of my dogs gets kind of irpy, and even if I give her medication, she would stand up the whole way and drool. She would stand up with her paws on the console from the back seat and drool on my shoulder. It's awful traveling with her. So she'll be much happier here. Okay, that is the card. Isn't that cute? Very simple, but that's what I call a Polaroid style. I don't know, maybe there's another name for those, but you can use that Polaroid type frame with a lot of different, you know, use what you have and just perch things inside or outside the frame, and it's really cute. I just wanted to highlight that paper. I didn't really want to cover it up, so that's why I did that in today's project. Like I said before, it would make a great shaker card. Forgot what I was going to say. Just put some window sheet, and you would use a different kind of, you'd use our adhesive strips. Let me show you what you would use so that your little, whatever you're using for your shaker, if you're using sequins or whatever, doesn't shake out. of the boundaries. Because now I'm curious what it's called. They are called foam adhesive strips. So they're just skinny little strips that will raise up the frame. We could have used it on today's project, but I thought I like to use up my dimensional sides, edges, and they worked fine. You would use those and then put your shaker element inside. So that would be cute too. So thanks for joining me today, guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I will announce what's going on Wednesday. I have an appointment very early in the morning, and then I have an appointment later on in the afternoon. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to hop on here at 2, but we'll see. I will let you know. Just always follow my Facebook, or it'll, if it's not on YouTube, I didn't make it. So you guys have a great afternoon. I will talk to you soon. If you have any questions about the products I've used today, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. And happy stamping, y'all. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.